Members of the board and mayor, approximately April 13, the mayor informed me that he had accepted Mr. Domrad's letter of resignation. Sometime that day or the day after, I received a copy of the mayor's letter indicating that thank you for his services and he's accepting his letter of resignation. On that letter was a notation that apparently Mr. Domrad had signed, which he indicated that he did not in fact resign. The following week, the mayor's office received a letter dated April 18th by Attorney Jesmondi, who indicated he was representing Mr. Domrad. At that point, there was an allegation of criminal nature, and I'm also going to take it as a potential civil exposure. So with that said, the mayor put me immediately on that and to try to get some information as to what was going on. Unfortunately, or for some reason, that letter appears, I guess, on the internet, so I'm just going to briefly summarize some of the statements that were contained in that letter. The letter advised the mayor's office that the letter of resignation was, quote, a complete forgery. The letter continued to set forth a procedure for termination. I guess he was explaining that he in fact did not submit a letter of resignation. Attorney Jesmondi was courteous enough to cite some Connecticut general statutes regarding the liability and potential criminal liability for committing a forgery. Attorney Jesmondi also indicated that a complaint would be filed with the state's attorney's office. I immediately gathered the suspect document along with the mayor's letter that contained Mr. Domrad's notation and signature. I contacted a forensic document examiner, one of the most respectable in the state of Connecticut, if not the leading expert in this field. With that said, I also contacted Chief Norowski. I requested some guidance. He allowed me to contact the inspector for the state's attorney's office, which I did, regarding the evidence that I do have in my possession. This afternoon, James Streeter, S-T-R-E-E-T-E-R, a well-respected document handwriting expert, spent 4 hours in our building. He examined the letter of resignation with Mr. Domrad's signature on it. He examined 35 other examples of Mr. Domrad's signatures contained on a number of city documents. They were all original signatures. Mr. Streeter has given me a verbal opinion, and I'll just quote it. He will follow up with a written opinion. He's given me a verbal opinion that the questioned signature that's contained on this letter of resignation and the known signatures that he compared against share a common authorship. The bottom line is, it appears that Mr. Domrad's signature is actually, in fact, on that letter of resignation. So what we have is a letter of resignation, not a termination. At 3:30, I then met with the inspector from the state's attorney's office. I submitted the original letter of resignation with his original signature, and I also submitted the mayor's letter with Mr. Domrad's original signature. Now keep in mind, this was with the direction of the mayor. I contacted the state inspector. They did not contact us. He now has possession of the original letter. He has secured it and now has brought it to the state's attorney's office. State's attorney Jack Whalen will have possession of it. He will secure it. He will keep the integrity of it. I will also extend a similar courtesy to Mr. Jesmondi, just to inform the board that according to some Connecticut laws, the filing of a false statement may be subject to criminal prosecution. So with that said, I will advise this board not to discuss any nature regarding this matter. I caution you, you may extend us, the city, into a realm of civil, if not other type of liability, and let the process take its course. let the criminal investigation take its course, and if Mr. Damrad wishes to file civil action, let it take its course. I will have a report completed by the expert witness. I will not disclose that report. It will contain strategies in defense of the criminal nature and/or civil nature. So with that said, once again, I advise this board not to comment both publicly nor in executive session with regards to Mr. Damrad's claim.